What are your next plans? What's your next book? What are you doing?
Well, that's an interesting question. My next book, my directly next book, which is going to be about 5 times as long, over 700 pages, is on Southern cocktails. But it's not just like, you know, the guys in the pointy white hats.
Right.
It's like, it goes all the way back to the colonies,
right,
to the first things that the Southerners would drink of alcohol, all the way up to the current day with artisanal cocktails and all of that stuff. And I'm pairing each cocktail, since the cocktail names tended to follow the exact same trajectory as early Tin Pan Alley sheet music, Swanee cocktail, Old Dominion cocktail, blah, blah, blah. So I'm pairing them with sheet music covers that also have that call. Boy, careful you don't stab yourself in the eye with your long fingernails. I keep telling you to cut those things.
You know.
But the book I'm going to do after the Southern Cocktail book is, oh my God, is on atomic energy.
Atomic energy?
That's right.
That's 151 rum and a little...
There actually are going to be a few cocktails in the book, but it's really about, it's not the science, it's about the changing public reaction to it. Because remember, it's not just the atomic bomb, it goes back to the discovery of radiation. And radiation's good, right? The sun radiates upon us.
Absolutely.
So anything with radiation is good. So when they discovered radium, hell man, why not just eat it? Or
Madame
drink
Curie
it? It's good.
Madame Curie was the one who invented the word radiation, isn't she?
No.
No?
No, it was before her, but she is the first one to discover radium.
Yeah.
And radium...
Wait, she's the first one to make a cocktail out of it?
Well... Who you been talking to, buddy?
Do you know much about the cocktails of the Old West?
But hold on a sec. I got to finish this thought here. Cocktails of the whole West. Yeah, they were all made with radium. No. Here's the trick. What most people nowadays don't realize is you make an atomic bomb out of uranium. Compare that to radium. You think radium, well, it's some lesser form. Radium was 300 times more powerful than uranium.
Huh.
So, and all those girls in New York painting the watch dials with radium.
And then glowing.
Terrible thing.
And then they were glowing
and their jaws fall off.
And then they poured it into the sewer.
Right. Now, a few things. One is, where can we get your book, and where can people, do you have a website where people can cocktail you?
Cocktail me. I'm really not sure where you can get radium. Is that what you were asking? No, you can get my book via Amazon.com. Since the day before it was released, it was 30% off. That's one way to do it.
Let's hear the name again.
Vintage Spirits and Forgotten Cocktails. If you Google Dr. Cocktail, trust me, you'll get there. Website, drcocktail.com, drcocktail.com.
Good.
If you want to know about my film work,
yes,
tedhaigh.com, tedhaigh.com. And when...
Was that C-U-M?
And when
it's C-U-M. No, that's your website.
That's
show him your shirt.
That's .com your ass.
Show him your...
Oh, he's stripping him. What's this?
Look at that. Any question that he's like Ron Jeremy's brother? I don't think so.
I wish, if you know what I mean. But anyway, moving right along. Hey, but you know, now Bat Masterson actually.
That sounds like a porno name.
Bat Masterson had to was a friend of a guy named Ben Thompson. He said the most dangerous.
Ben Dover?
Ben
Thompson. Sorry.
Look on IMDb. Actually, look over Ben Dover. But it's true. Ben Thompson was a friend of Bat Masterson's, and his brother Billy Thompson killed a guy in Ogallala, Nebraska.
Okay.
And Ben, who by the way, saved Bat Masterson's life once, asked him to get his brother out of the fix. And
Fix was a kind of a cocktail.
yeah, so he goes to Ogallala, and they didn't have a jail, so that he was being held in.
Get up. You want to sit on my lap?
In the hotel. He was being held in a hotel.
Go on, sit on his lap.
With a guard. And Bat Masterson decided, well, his strategy was to introduce the guard to a drink called a Tom and Jerry.
Oh yes, I know the Tom and Jerry well.
Yes. And he had a few Tom and Jerry's, and he was able to time it so that when the eastbound train came through Ogallala, he put him on the Union Pacific and got him out of town. But it was the Tom and Jerry. It was one of the more popular cocktails in the Old West.
Well, the thing with the Tom and Jerry is it was a very aromatized cocktail because it was hot. It was a hot drink served in a big bowl that combined a lot of rum and a lot of cognac together with massive amounts of egg, raw egg, and massive amounts of sugar. If that's not going to put somebody out, I don't know what will.
That was nobody's fool, you know?
No. Exactly. Tom and Jerry. Whew.
But that's a forgotten cocktail right there.
Pretty much,
all
yeah.
those
I mean,
punches that they had all those punches.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, it's been pretty much supplanted by eggnog because it was only served during winter months, especially around Christmas. And the guy who professed to have invented it, the guy who wrote the first cocktail guide ever published in 1862, known as Professor Jerry Thomas, who is buried up somewhere Yonkers way.
Not Woodlawn?
I don't remember exactly. I wasn't here. I was on the West Coast.
Is there any cocktail called Cemetery?
There's a cocktail called the Obituary.
The Obituary, nice.
Yeah, that's an absinthe cocktail, of course. But anyway, Jerry Thomas claimed to have invented the
Professor, right?
No,
Professor
Jerry Thomas
yeah.
claimed to have invented the Tom and Jerry,
yeah.
and named it after himself, Jerry Thomas. See, right? But as he got older in life, crotchety, working at less and less quality bars here in New York, especially, although he'd been all over the country, to the Barbary Coast and so on and so forth. By late in his life, he got fairly crotchety, and he went into a competitor's bar in New York. And it was springtime, and they were serving Tom and Jerry, and he walked up to the table and turned it over like Jesus turning over the money changer's table. And then he died. Not immediately, but eventually he died.
Now,
a lot of the mixologists in the Old West took the name Professor.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
A lot of people who were authorities on realms that were less than educational got the name the Professor.
What gets me about Westerns is they come off the trail, they walk up to a bar, and they ask for whiskey. Mm-hmm. Not a beer, which you might want to do if you're like really thirsty, and you never see somebody say, how about a cocktail? Somebody, you never see that because it seems
I just came up off the range, been hustling those little dogies around. How about a little cocktail? No, you never see that. And yet they could.
Did. Yeah,
they did. And in fact, I mean,
I've seen those elaborate Brunswick bars that they've had too.
Look, the point is,
Billy the Kid would order a Tom and Jerry, right?
Well, I don't know about that.
I think he ordered a Fluffy Ruffles. I think that was his favorite drink.
Fluffy
a Fluffy Ruffles.
What's a Fluffy Ruffle?
Oh, it's a play in the 1920s, and I'm just making a terrible joke. And he was
did you know that the drink that sometimes bartenders would get killed for serving this drink is they would have that, oh God, what did they call it? That whiskey, the homemade whiskey with the snake's heads in it.
Wow.
Well, there was a... God, what was the name of it? There were a few drinks that were essentially Mickey Fins. One was, I think, Blow My Skull Off or something like that.
Nice.
Or, I don't know, Fuck Me in the Ear. Something, one of those. Something like one of those, in fact.
A couple of questions.
Sure.
Oh, Taoist Lightning.
Shut up! Let me ask this question.
Claw him to death. I order you, claw him to death.
The Tom and Jerry.
This is how he circumcised himself, you know.
No moil for him.
He just, you know.
All right, go ahead.
The Tom and Jerry, is that where they got the cartoon? And that's, you know, I think this is a vital, important question.
No,
Yes.
it's not.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes, yes.
No, it's not.
Yes.
It's not?
It's not.
Yes.
It's not.
Yes.
It's not.
Yes.
It could have come from Tom and
The
Jerry
original
school
Tom and
days.
Jerry, not the Cat and the
Not
Mouse.
even the original Tom and Jerry.
There was a silent Tom and Jerry.
Yes, that silent Tom and Jerry, not affiliated with the cocktail. This I'm calling bullshit on.
Wow.
All right.
I know.
Come up and get in front of the
Martin
camera.
And all of my like intelligent comic people have schooled me. Not the same guy.
School us. Tell us
Stop
more.
running away!
No, that's all you need to know. It's not the same.
No. Mere naysaying.
I could tell you more, but I'd have to kill you.
Mere naysaying, not enough.
Handle the truth!
Hey, if you can't keep this heckler out of your show.
One last thing before we go on to the next segment is that, you know, I've always had plans to win a lottery.
Yeah.
And I am.
that going?
You were on the list right after me.
Well, if I win before you,
That's not gonna happen.
what I'd like to know is if I got for you a barmobile, would you just be my bartender on call? You know, when I had emotional emergency, and I just give you the call to send the barmobile.
Which is like every day around 5 o'clock.
And you just bring the barmobile. And serve the cocktails to save the world. Really,
Really,
I think the barmobile
you buy
for
me
humanity.
You buy me the barmobile, pay me the $100,000 a year, $125,000 a year. It's the economy.
With bonus.
Went up
With bonus.
But the barmobile has to be.
It would be like as if you would be winning the lottery.
We'll shake with this. Ah!
It would be as if you would be winning because
That's right.
most of the money would eventually just go to you.
The barmobile has to be a 1950 International Harvester stepdad.
Okay.
You can do that, right? Good.
Yeah, I can.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.